Good morning, YouTube. Back with some more Monster Hunter Wilds. Been a while since I last played. Previously, we did the hunts for Lagiacris and Seregios, and then crawled through the very, very pointless and stupid mundanity that was the Street Fighter collaboration quest, which I had been putting off because I had no desire to do it. And now I'm back with some more footage because Arch-Tempered Duna just dropped. Arguably the worst of the four main apexes of the game, and of course he has an AT mode. And of course that means we're going to get pretty wet, all things considered. Yeah, I'm kind of dreading this one, but hey, content is content, right? At least we're gonna get some spiffy armor, or one set of spiffy armor anyway. Yeah. And a bit of a follow-up from last time. I liked the Lagiacris and Seregios. I thought their fights were fun. I thought it was nice to have their great swords again. I liked their armor. The only armor that really exists for them. And I had fun with them. Is that enough to really fix Wilds' problems? No, not really. The Lagiacris fight especially, as much as I enjoy it, it's basically a scaled down version of the Jindahad fight. It really is. Because, yeah, he can go in a certain couple of areas that you can toy around with, but he will always go back to his nest, where you have to do the underwater portion, and he always goes back to the nest for the underwater portion. So while the fight is fun, it gets repetitive after a while, which is, frankly, the running problem with this game. And, of course, that kind of flows into this, where, yeah, we now have Arch-Tempered Duna, where we're definitely going to get wet, but definitely not wild, which is a kind of a pun on my general feelings with the game. Is Monster Hunter Wilds fun? Sure it is, but contrary to what its title implies, it is most definitely not wild at all. If anything, it's probably the most tamed, domesticated entry in the whole franchise, and I say that with full confidence. I'm sorry, folks, but Wilds is while a good game in that it does a lot of good things, it is unfortunately very mid compared to the rest of the franchise. I think I brushed against my microphone. It is unfortunately very mid compared to the rest of the franchise. It's not a bad game, just not a very great one. It's barely, if anything, I'd say it's only barely past good. Because there's just too many things that were either done wrong with it, or just completely half-cocked, to the point that I honestly struggle trying to play this in long sessions anymore. Ugh, just spilled some of my water. Damn it. So yeah, Monster Hunter World, it kept me busy even long before Devil Joe ever turned up. And I will argue that the game only ever got worse the more Capcom fucked around with it. As opposed to Wilds and Rise, which has the opposite problem, where there's just not enough to do, and they can only ever add more stuff to do. And even then, the gameplay loop is so railroaded, does it even matter how much they add? I mean, sure, adding more stuff does keep me coming back, but the feeling of fun is fleeting. It really is. But I think I've made my feelings known on this game already. Pretty well known, all things considered. So, that aside, as you can see, I've kind of changed my getup a bit. I went from my old Lady Death black and red and some get up to a mix smash of Legiacris, the new sleeveless top, and of course the Death Stench skirt, but trading in the blacks and reds with blues and golds with the blacks, with some purple here or there. I like how I look, all things considered. Also, turns out that Legiacris armor has a bit of a lightning boost attack. And there's a cool little sharpening mechanic for the Seregios weapon, which I thought was interesting from what I've done toying around with, from what I've seen from toying around with it. So, yeah. Let's see here. So, I already did the 2 really new other double monster event quests. I've already hunted Congalala, Rathian, Rampapolo, and Gypsos before, and since the fights are so piss easy and same, there really is no reason to stream them. Well, Rathian is not that easy, but she definitely can't. She can definitely give me some pain, but yeah. Also, I really do not like how they really toned down the part breaking from previous games. Like Rathian, you can't even break her head anymore, which has her chin spike. I have no idea why they did that. Same with Rathalos, you can't even break his face anymore. It's like they're honestly less designed to monsters than they were 2 games ago, which sucks. Honestly, Monster Hunter really has a problem with showcasing these super cool, awesome monsters and having them be basically small fry. Doshiguma, don't care about him, not to mention the fact that he's the only monster that the pack hunting mechanic ever does anything with. And I've already mentioned my utter disappointment with how tacked on Gormagala and the Frenzy virus are. But anyway, my incessant need to bitch at this game's expense aside, here's the Arch-Tempered Duna, so I don't expect much out of it. In fact, I barely expect much from the Arch-Tempered in general, because Arch-Tempered Raidou, honestly, he was virtually no different than how he is in his normal mode. He was just a slightly more powerful version of the normal one. I will also say that Duna is probably the only Apex monster in the entire game that actually does anything with regards to its environment. Maybe Jindahad. And you want to know why? Because Duna actually uses the environment to his advantage. Rain comes, he sloshes around in water, and he generates waves. When rain doesn't happen and the floods go down, he can't toss waves around as much. So Duna is really the only monster in the whole game where the whole weather effect mechanic stuff that Capcom was really bragging about, it's literally the only monster that does anything with it. New Udra, no difference really. He just spontaneously bursts into flame regardless of where he is. Jindahad, not too much, but he does kind of like crawl across parts of the environment at the very least, and he goes up top pillars like the Valahadra do, and you can pull him down, so that's something. Raidou, just like with New Udra, really does not do anything. Like, you know how he does the super railgun attack, both normal and arch-tempered, where he charges it up and he sends that whole Death Star beam at you? I would have liked it if the only reason he did that was if he perched onto a lightning rod, you know, those ones jutting out of the desert. A lightning bolt hits it, and he absorbs the excess electrical charge to power his rail gun up into that death beam. That would have been cool. not the deepest thing in the world, but it would have justified the use of the weather gimmick and making it fit. Kind of like how King Ghidorah, when in the 2019 King of the Monsters, he bit into a transformer, as in an electrical station, and he supercharged himself with all the electricity he absorbed. Like, that would have been interesting. That would have actually made sense and fit with the whole weather stuff that they were going on about. But that doesn't happen. And Duna, really, despite being the lamest of the four Apexes, he's seriously the only one that honestly does anything with regards to the weather stuff. Just like with the whole alpha shit that only ever happens with Doshiguma. The weather stuff is just window dressing. That's all it is. It doesn't do anything meaningful for the gameplay. Capcom talked and barked big about so many things, but in reality, they did not actually do even a quarter of what they bragged about. So, yeah. I honestly feel like Monster Hunter World was marketed better. They just said, hey, Monster Hunter, go play it, have fun. Whereas here, it's like, oh, look at all this shit. Look at... They basically pulled a Call of Duty Ghosts and tried to convince you that there were so many different things that were going to be in the game, only for it to basically not mean anything. So, anyway, I'm doing it again. What hunters do I want to add? Oh, they added Fabius, did they? High ranking forbidden. I want to pay 100. Retired, become a biology instructor. Okay, problem. They gave Fabius a lance, which is his signature weapon, and I'm fine with that. There's just one problem. There's already a character with a lance in the game, and it's Alessa. Did they not think of who they were going to add in the game past the initial 4 or 3, really? So you have Olivia with the hammer, Rosso with the heavy bow gun, and Mina with the sword and shield, and Alessa with the lance. So naturally, you'd think they'd have somebody else with a different weapon, right? Nope, they just put Fabius in there with the same weapon someone already had. They did not think that far ahead at all. Ugh. And I mean, if they should have just given Alessa a gun lance, I suppose. Lame. Okay. Reception prep. Have the barbecue. That steak looked good, I will say. If only the rest of the food in the game, basically, the way that steak looked, it clearly had less effort put into that than the freaking cheese bread. Seriously, of all the things that they could have focused all their time and resources on, making flabby cheese bread was not one of them. Also, how the heck are the cats walking around on fire with nothing bad happening to them? I don't know, why am I complaining? It's Monster Hunter, everything's ridiculous in this game. I get it, game. The food looked great, but it really did not have to look too great. Priorities, Capcom. Priorities. Okay.
What kind of monster we after this time?
An arch-tempered monster,
Be on our way.
which means it's gonna hit hard,
We've received supplies. Let's be sure to use them.
and he's all the way freaking over here, so... I really hate how it starts me all the way in base camp. It doesn't start me at one of the closer camps. Then again, I was able to beam up over here, so it's fine, I guess.
Target sighted.
Well, I will say he definitely looks prettier than how the normal one does. His face is still ugly, though. Uh-oh. See, look at that. He's the only monster where the weather effects honestly mean anything. It's kind of disappointing. Ow. Okay, we're gonna have to take advantage of the rubble over there. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah. Come on, man. I meant to guard, but instead I ended up going into a true charge, and the game keeps blocking me into it.
Are you okay?
Fucking annoying.
Make sure you stock up on whatever you need.
Yes, Eric. Great sword might not actually work with this guy. I may have to go for something else like a lance, but I don't have anything much when it comes to lance. I wish the game could tell me how many lives I got, but it doesn't seem to want to do it. Can't freaking hear anything because of my goddamn headphones. I need better headphones. Oh yeah, you placed the trap all right. Can't tell where the heck it is. Oh, come on. Are you shitting me? Honestly, I wish normal Duna looked like the AT because he has more vibrant colors, whereas he's so freaking muted in the normal version. It's like, what was even the point of giving him all those stripes and patches when he's just muted? This is what he should have looked like from the beginning. Also, I'm really not. I've said it before, but I really do not like Duna's head, his face. I get what they were trying to do with the whole Arapaima look, but it just clashes with his big reptilian body. It does not look cool on him. It just makes him look stupid. Like, it doesn't fit with him. It just looks weird. Also, I don't like how I cannot choose between both mantles. I'm stuck with the ghillie mantle. They give you less options than World in this regard. Like, I'd like to have the Rocksteady mantle to go along with the health one, but I can't choose it because it refuses to get rid of the ghillie mantle, which sucks. I would, if the game allowed me, you idiot.
Close call.
Not possible, you idiot. Ugh. Gonna be frank, folks. Other than the fact that he actually uses the environment, I'm still not a fan of the Duna fight. I'm really not. He just flops around, and that's basically it. And I'm missing a turf war because, God forbid, I ever actually see a turf war game. In World, they basically threw them at me. Now they don't even want me to see any of them anymore. Like, come on. Let me watch Turf Wars, stupid. I was blocking, you stupid game. Now what's going on? Oh, he was fighting a tempered Rathalos. That's why he got the heavy damage. Thanks, Rathalos. You were very helpful. Oh, sunlight change. That's why.
Eyes peeled!
See, look at that. No water means no waves. And that health pod meant absolutely fucking nothing.
Kidding me.
Can't reach his back, I'm too low. Can't move fast enough, because he keeps jumping on me.
Don't give up on me yet, Hunter.
Can I please move, game? Anywhere? I find an enemy that's actually hard, but it's hard for the worst reasons. Well, not as bad as Behemoth. Anything is better than Behemoth. Okay, hopefully no more interruptions.
Don't lose it now. Looks like the monster left something behind.
Can't drop rocks on him anymore until he goes back to the arena. I wanted the wiggly itchy. Ugh. Okay, give me some buffs. Get on, you. See, look at that. He's so much more colorful. His regular form is so muted. Like, this is what he should have looked like. And see what I mean about the water weather thing? Only monster where this matters at all. Does not at all with any other beast. Okay, maybe... Are you kidding me? I wasn't even near him. His tail was literally right there, and somehow I'm missing it. What a fucking annoying monster. Seriously, I hate him. I'm not even remotely close to where he dropped down from the impact, and somehow he kills me. Annoying. On one hand, he's literally the only monster that does anything with his environment, but on the other hand, his fight is so skull-splittingly dull and annoying, I don't like it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm 5 feet away from the point of impact and somehow I die anyway. Annoying hitboxes. How I missed them. Oh wait, I didn't. Did not at all. Well, Fabius ended up being completely didn't really do much of anything.
Make sure you're prepared.
Okay. Yeah, this didn't do anything. It really did not do anything. What is Duna weak against again? I forget. He's weak against thunder. Okay. So gotta bring out the Legiacrus blade, I suppose. Yeah, Loof Duna is just... ugh. Like, again, the AT form is what he should have looked like the first time, because he's all muted in his normal. And I don't like his Arapaima head. It just clashes with the rest of his design so much. It does not look right on him. But and other than the fact that I like that he actually does shit with his environment in ways that are obvious. He's just not fun to fight. Just flops all over the place. And the hitboxes are, of course, obnoxious. I don't like him. I don't find this fight enjoyable. He's frankly just a fatter version of Plesioth. Not as annoying as Plesioth, but still. Annoying. Okay, where's he going? Where is he going? That's what I wanted to do. Come on, really? Freaking roar. He may not be a Piscine Wyvern, but he's very annoying like a Piscine Wyvern.
See, that did the trick.
That's what got me. That flop that he does. That is why I brought Olivia, so she can knock his face to the ground. Now, where's he going? Is he going right? Is he going left? He's running away.
You needn't worry about me.
Nope, he's not running away.
I placed a trap.
I love how he's standing literally right over the trap and nothing happens. Thank you. Okay, this is going way better than it did last time, I will say. Since I have a better feel for his moveset. I don't hunt Duna that often, so that's kind of also the reason. Also, is it just me, or do characters move way slower when walking in this game than they ever did in Monster Hunter World? Hey, Rappy, Rappy, Rappy. Go fight Duna. Give us some damage. Yay! Get him, rat! Oh! I don't think he won, but still, that was cool.
We must fall back.
Got him again with the boulders.
Eyes peeled.
Come on. I hate that fucking flop attack that he does. Ugh. Tried to guard, it wouldn't let me. Instead he just does a stupid ass charge attack.
I placed a trap!
Again, not even close to the thing. Somehow I get punished. Ugh. Can I do anything without him jumping around, please? Of course the cloak does not heal me, even though it's clearly still active. I love how I keep trying to get his tail, but somehow I keep missing it. I also hate how I'm 10 feet away from where the impact of where he drops is, but I still get hit. Ugh. What are you doing? Ugh. Go that way, you Where's he going? He's not even going where he's supposed to go. It's like, okay. For whatever reason, the Sacred just keeps going the opposite direction. It's like the game is intentionally trying to piss me off at this point. I'm convinced. There he goes again. Can I drop rocks on him, or is he gonna go... Nope, he went the opposite direction. Oh, that's cool. He went to go fish. I guess that's something interesting, I suppose. But how do I get him out? That's the problem. Will I have to fish for him? I guess. Nope. No fishing. See, look how pretty he looks without all the muted coloration. And he's in fin form again.
You know what to do. Incoming! Dodge!
Okay. Where is the... Do I not have any traps? I don't have any traps. Are you joking? I could have sworn I had traps on me, but for some reason they're missing. I hate this game. Wasted 2 bombs for literally nothing.
Guess I'm on guard duty. Time for a few quick reps.
Okay, let's try this again. Fucking finally. What an annoying monster. Like, I like his look, the body. I like his coloration. I just wish he looked like that from the beginning. And the head really should have been different. I do not like the Arapaima fish head they gave him. It just does not work. It just looks weird. It's like they went with the body of a particular reptilian creature, but then they just slapped a fish head onto it. It just looks stupid. I don't like it at all. He just looks unintentionally goofy more than anything. And even beyond the design, in terms of a fight, he's just not fun. He's barely a blip in the main game, and here it's just, well, dull and annoying. Or at least the annoyance factor is more hyped up because of all the splashing and sloshing he does all over the place, and of course that jump attack where he flops down like a fat kid in a swimming pool. Like, I'm not even 2 feet next to him, and I die anyway. So what's even the, like, really? It's like, it's basically, yeah, he's not a Piscine Wyvern, but he shares the same annoyances as a Piscine Wyvern, and as a result, I just don't find him fun. Beotodus is still the only Piscine Wyvern I can say I found enjoyment in. None of the other ones were ever any fun. I mean, I like Giratodus, but that's mostly from a design standpoint, and that he looks like a giant coelacanth, but that's about it. Okay, what does Duna's armor look like? Well, same thing as the regular one, but it's definitely going to be shinier looking, that's for sure.
A sage.
Watch this.
Lend me a... Good.
All right.
How the heck do you have those flames on your head without getting burnt? Okay, so there's the Gammas. Well, I definitely like the color scheme, that's for sure. Well, the color scheme on the actual thing, anyway. Yeah, it looks alright. I didn't really have any strong feelings for the original version anyway. Nor did I have very strong feelings for Raydow's armor either, for that matter. It's just kind of there. Like, I don't love it, I don't hate it. It just doesn't really do anything for me. That's all it is. Like, I'll unlock it, but... I do like the sleeve capes on the arms.
Can I proceed?
Watch this.
Fuck it, I'll unlock it.
Good.
All right.
I will say Gemma looks cool, looks hot in that bikini. Or is it Gemma? I can never get her name right.
You have any requests?
Apparently there's some kind of bonus weapon tree down over here, and I have no idea what it is. Probably has to do with the villages. I know I have an insect glaive courtesy of
You have any requests?
Kunafa, so I'm guessing the other ones have a certain thing for them, but I have no idea for where or how.
Another satisfaction.
Alright, doesn't the cat get anything? I don't think so. I don't remember.
You have any requests?
Yep, he does. Aloha set. Fitting for the summer event. Well, I know I'm definitely going to be grinding for the tickets for Duna to get the AT stuff like I did for the Raydao. I don't have all of Raydow's armor, but I did meet the ticket requirements to unlock it. I just need an armor plate to get it, to finish getting the other bits of it. As for AT Duna, yeah, I'll get the armor bits, but I can't say I'm excited to do it because I don't like fighting him all that much. He's just not that fun. I like the more colorful color scheme. I like how the lighting emphasizes it. I like how he's the only Apex who seems to do anything with regards to his environment, which the other monsters in the game don't do. But between the strange mishmash in his design with the fish face, and the whole fact that he's basically a Piscine Wyvern in terms of his moveset, just does not make him very fun. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, the other Apexes don't exactly take advantage of the weather or environment like I wish they did, but they're still much more fun fights. Whereas Duna is just kinda lame beyond that. So it's just, I'm not really enthusiastic to fight him all that much. So, yeah. I kind of hoped that they would surprise me a bit, but honestly, I can't say I am. Other than the colors, if anything, it only kind of makes me wish some things about his base design were this already, like the color scheme. He's way more colorful in this AT form than he ever was in his initial form, which was, it's like you could barely see the colors on him. But it's so muted that it's like you might as well have just colored Duna gray like an old 19th century old-fashioned dinosaur painting, and you wouldn't even notice a difference. And that's kind of funny enough. That's kind of what he looks like. He looks like an old-fashioned retro iguana or megalosaurus dinosaur with a fish head on him with big fins. Look up the old 19th century dinosaur depictions where they literally thought they were giant lizards until more dinosaur fossils over the years proved that to not be the case. That's what it looks like now that I think about it. Just, well, which in a weird way also kind of reminds me of a lot of the fanged wyverns from Monster Hunter World. A lot of them kind of reminded me of retro lizard-like dinosaur depictions with a bit of Permian period synapsid looks. or therapsids, in the case of Odogaron. So this back. So yeah, overall, I'm not impressed with Arch-Tempered Duna. Frankly, in retrospect, I wasn't too impressed with Arch-Tempered Raidao either. It was just like, yeah, same monster, just slightly powered, not much of a difference. At least with Arch-Tempered Nergigante, he had some different movesets added to him. Not many, but enough to be like, okay, he definitely fights differently than before. You got to adjust accordingly. Whereas with Arch-Tempered Raidao and Duna, I saw no difference from the original fight. The only difference being that they have a bigger health pool and more deadly, and just a higher damage output to their already existing movesets. That's it. Nothing else to them. Nothing really else to them, to be honest. In fact, it's just, yeah, but then again, that's the problem with tempered monsters in general. It's just more of the same, just more annoying. I guess you could say the anomaly monsters from Sunbreak had that little gimmick with the whole Curios, but even then, the Curios just did the same 360 attack anyway. They didn't add anything different there either. They were basically like the hyper monsters from Gen U, but with an extra step. A more annoying extra step, but anyway. So this is the summer event stuff. The Rathalos and Rathian statues are looking prettier than normal. Have they always been there? Pretty sure they have. It's just everything just looks more colorful now. And all these extra plant stuffs. And of course, you have the diva who always shows up with her eyes closed and just sings songs up there, which I honestly don't give a shit about. Oh, the diva, she's so pretty singing up there. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that do? Anyway, I'm just looking for more things to complain about because WoW just displeases me. Is that even fair? I mean, it probably isn't, but it isn't. No, I guess not, but it's so easy to find things wrong with WoW because just so much of it is just so mediocre. I can't stand it. So it just kind of... I've been conditioned to find more things that either don't work or just don't do anything for me. I'm just like, okay. Yeah, you have this, you have this, you have this, but what does it really do to fix the fundamental problem of the game loop? Nothing. At least with World, I was always finding reasons to go back to it with the different armor systems and such, so it was always like, okay, everything else was just a nice cherry on top of the solid cake, other than, of course, the slapped-together weapons, which, that was still a problem, even in Iceborne, and I still haven't forgiven them for what they did to my precious Glavenus sword. But everything else still made up for it, except for the fucking behemoth mechanics. Whereas here in Wilds, it's like, okay, you just copy-pasted the same problem as the weapons for the armors. Most of the major monsters don't have a full roster of weapons, making them more limited to want to hunt. Why there's no Raidao Greatsword or Jindahad Switch Axe, I have no idea, because those monsters certainly deserve them. A Switch Axe certainly would have fit with Jindahad, considering all the mechanical aspects of his armor design, as a monster, when you fight him. But because of the diminished rewards and the fact that the armors are so what's even the point of the what's even the point of the alphas? The alphas have no reason to exist. You're just gonna go for the betas anyway because of the decoration slots, and the colors make no difference anyway because you can change them anyway. So the very reason for wanting to do Fashion Hunter is basically diminished greatly, and no, I do not care about the fact that they lifted the gender lock. It's just a band-aid on a brain tumor, as far as I'm concerned. There goes Alma. Don't have to put up... Now, I don't like Eric all that much, but at least he shuts up. I don't have to worry about him bitching about the item pouch every 2 seconds. And because the game loop is so railroaded... On top of that, it makes it where it's like, okay, the game's just not nearly as fun and gives me less reason to ever want to play, and as a result, the flaws are even more apparent. And they get worse all the time. It's like Mass Effect 2 and 3 all over again. Where the fundamentally great stuff has been so diminished that it makes all the bad stuff pop out more. Or the stuff that shouldn't have been a priority being overemphasized by the developers themselves, and it's like, okay, did you really need to bother with making the cheese look extra flabby when so many other things should have taken more importance? So, yeah. Really, at the end of the day, frankly, I don't feel like I'm really getting much out of Wilds. Despite everything. If anything, I just feel like I just keep going back to it out of obligation, not just because I want to do it. I mean, I'm still gonna tune in whenever they add more stuff to it, but the way it was launched and how fundamentally gimped it is just doesn't make it feel rewarding to come back, you know what I mean? I mean, Rage Gaming videos can glaze the game as much as they want, but at the end of the day, there's just something so many things fundamentally wrong with Wilds that I can't unstomach it, you know what I mean? But anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna stop bitching before somebody complains. And, complaining about my complaining. Funny how that works. But, well, we did Arch-Tempered Duna. I didn't like him all that much. I liked the color scheme, which frankly should have been on the normal one, but beyond that, it's just Duna. There's nothing fundamentally different about his AT form than what was there about his normal form, and the same can honestly be said for Rei Dao. And I don't expect any different from New Udra or Jin Dahad. And frankly, well, Jin Dahad, I can say I enjoyed fighting because his fight is actually fun. But beyond that, it's just, yeah, the game loop is just meh. So I'll probably go on my off time and grind for Duna's armor, but I can't say I'm going to have fun with it. So, and as for the other event quests, well, it's all for monsters I've already done. So there's really no point in showing any of it off, to be honest. None of the event quests, other than the ATs, are worth showing off in any discernible respect. I mean, with World, I showed off everything, but that was because I was so new to the game, I didn't know what to expect. Whereas now, I kind of know, okay, this is worth doing, this is worth doing, this is worth doing, but it's not worth showing off, etc., etc. But it's more so apparent with Wilds, where I'm just like, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break. I showed what I wanted to show off with Wilds for the time being. So, I'm gonna take a break, and when I come back, we will have one of two things to do. We will either go and do a story mission for Zenless Zone Zero, or we can try out another game. And it's one that recently came out that I was actually interested in because well, let's just say it's something to do, it's slightly adjacent to Stellar Blade. It's not Stellar Blade, but it kind of falls into a similar category. On top of the fact that it came out at a reasonable price that, frankly, most games, if not all games, should be at. So, let's just say it's an Asian game with hacking and slashing with a little bit of soul stuff added to it. And so, I'll let y'all guess. So I'm going to take a break. And when I come back, hopefully I will have made up my mind as to what I want to do. So, that'll do it for Monster Hunter Wilds. I'll come back to it whenever the next interesting event happens with it. Whenever that'll be. And when I tune back in a little bit, we will start up a different... We will do something... We will do either Triple Z or this other mystery game that I'm hinting at. So, be back in a wee bit.